The question that has been plaguing me for the last couple of months is, in times of trouble, what good is art? More specifically, what good is my art? My beginner, aspirational, free art. Like, there's so much going on in the country and in the world, and in the midst of sickness, I don't know enough science to help save a life. And in the midst of injustice, I don't know enough law to help fix what's like systemically wrong. I think my point is, I wonder, when it comes to being a writer and just an artist in general, like, what is my helpful contribution to society? Even in the midst of suffering, I want to write scripts. I want to tell stories. I want to curate visuals. The short answer is yes. And it's very hard to not feel silly about that pursuit. It's very hard to not feel silly about that pursuit in general, but like especially in times like this. But then I think back to like when all this passion started, and I think back to when I was 14 and how I wasn't always angry, but I probably always sounded like I was. Didn't know how to regulate my tone or anything like that. And how that inability to accurately express myself outwardly made me very aware of myself inwardly. And how I put all my findings into writing, and how I turned to books and movies and so many different kinds of media, and appreciated how the writers and the artists, how they were able to express all the emotions that I just did not know how to. The stories there made me appreciate being alive and all the emotions that come with that experience, whether it be anger, sadness, joy, or grief, or love. And not even because all those emotions feel good all the time, but because these stories, these pieces of art, they depicted emotion in a way that felt very meaningful. I don't think art itself gives our experiences meaning, but I do think that art gives us a way to express our emotions and experiences as meaningful. For example, anger by itself is one thing. It has meaning. But anger within a story of betrayal or grief or disappointment, it's given the chance to be expressed as meaningful. In these stories that I would consume, they helped me understand that, like pretty young. And with that being said, I think through art, we gain insight and perspective. We're challenged to see ourselves and others beyond the surface. We're exposed to bigger truths. We get to live for a second time. I think back to when I was 14, and just beginning to understand all of this, and how art stirred such a passion in me that I decided I wanted to do it professionally. Art made me want to do. It wasn't this useless indulgence that I used to escape my everyday life. Instead, it set me in motion. It acted as a catalyst to my future career endeavors. It affected what I studied in college. It makes me empathetic and want to see beauty and meaning in all things. It's not science or law or technology, no. But could it be that art sets and keeps us in motion? Could it be that art sustains us as human beings? That as artists, we are to use perspective to put people in motion? That it is our responsibility to celebrate all aspects of the human experience? Maybe. I said before, there's so much going on in the world, and as an artist, it is very easy to feel like I'm not really contributing anything that's needed or anything that's helpful. But maybe the resistance I feel in creating is not technically a sign to stop, but perhaps an indication that what I'm creating matters. And with that being said, in the midst of calamity, in times of trouble, my art is not silly. Your art is not silly. Your art is your weapon of choice. I don't think the question is whether or not art is useful, but more so, what do you want your art to say? Especially in times like this.